Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we shall proceed with the Battle of Ostagar, where we defeat the Blight before it has truly begun. Let us begin. The actual storm has already started, but this is the calm before the proverbial storm. These are the true heroes of the story.
The plan will work, Your Majesty.
Of course it will. The Blight ends here.
Now all we do is wait for the Darkspawn to take their places. And here they are. This is where they noticed that there were more Darkspawn than they expected. It begins.
Archers! For Ferelden! Let's cross the bridge and get to the Tower of Ishal.
This autosave happens the moment I start walking, and if I'd started walking while Alistair was still talking, it would have interrupted the line and he would never have finished it.
Help me. They're everywhere. They've taken the tower.
Sounds urgent. I'm gonna do something else. You may remember that there didn't used to be a death route here. Well, there is now. They grow up so fast. These two soldiers here, if you're not a mage, then one of these will be a mage, and unless this is one of the three mages that were in the Faded when I got to Ostagar, then this is mage 7, so now we've counted all the mages that Duncan said were at Ostagar, maybe.
You're Grey Wardens, aren't you? The tower, it's been taken.
What are you talking about, man? Taken how?
The Darkspawn came up through the lower chambers. They're everywhere. Most of our men are dead.
Then we have to get to the beacon and light it ourselves.
Well, at least we won't be bored. You may have noticed that some of the sounds aren't playing. It's something with this area. I have no idea what. But it's not a problem, it's just could be annoying.
Shall be done.
A good hero always requisitions everything they can. And he shall do it.
It shall be done. Very well.
Next group. Man, I wish I had a fireball right now.
Best be wary.
Sadly, it is not to be.
No corner coming in.
That Alpha almost knocked out Alistair. No, it was Soldier. And then we don't care.
It shall be done. As you say.
It shall be done as you say.
It is begun.
That chest is locked.
I shall do it.
There we go, yes. I baited the fireball before the grease. If the fireball landed after the grease was spilled, the grease would catch fire, and that would be unfortunate.
Shall be done.
Everyone, focus on the emissary. There we go, the emissary's down. Now we can do whatever we feel like. These guys aren't that tough. Oh, speaking of these guys aren't that tough, look at this. Apparently he's not that tough either. You're not worthy of a non-lesser. Okay, so this window. This warning comes from a mod that I have, which makes it possible for me to not have a helmet. I mean, I'm wearing it, but it's not shown. It puts the helmet in an invisible slot, and then whenever you open the inventory, it puts the helmet. Whenever you open the inventory, it puts the helmet back into its normal slot, and then back into invisible slot when you close it.
We must gain the advantage.
But the game realizes when it tries to put the helmet on the guy's head that the helmet
Very well.
has a greater strength requirement than he has strength. So it has to remove the helmet from him. And the mod just knows that something's wrong. It's fine. I just get an extra helmet.
The Darkspawn have sensed us.
And this only happens when you open the inventory, when the helmet gets moved around. So if I hadn't opened the inventory, this would not have happened. More Darkspawn came from the other room. Have some fire. Well, one of them got knocked out.
Very well.
There we go. Now, when a party member gets knocked out, they get the injuries down here at their experience bar. And these injuries give them penalties. This one was torn jugular, you could see on the right. I'm not gonna give him any injury kits.
As you say,
He is disposable.
it shall be done.
He can have a torn off head for all I care.
It is begun.
This is locked.
It shall be done.
They came through the hallway, even though there's another door right here that leads to that room.
It is begun.
Maybe I should help them before they get more injuries.
As you say.
Maker's breath. What are these Darkspawn doing ahead of the rest of the Horde? There wasn't supposed to be any resistance here.
You could try telling them they're in the wrong place.
Right, because clearly this is all just a misunderstanding. We'll laugh about this later. At any rate, we need to hurry. We need to get up to the top of the tower and light the signal fire in time. Karen Logain will be waiting for the signal.
Shall be done.
Let's grab some glory!
We must get to the top of the tower.
I didn't even mean to click him.
Very well. It shall be done. As you say. I shall do it.
Locked.
There! More of the fiends ahead!
Now here, I stop them from coming any closer because I will use ballistic. And, well, I might hit my own people. That hurts. Just ask that guy. Oh, didn't hurt that much. Fine.
Right then!
Wait. I'm gonna do this first. Now you can go. I could have just gone through here, but then I wouldn't have had the ballista to help me. And those are always fun.
I shall do it. Especially Wherein! Don't give them the advantage!
Can I get both of them? Not like that. Wow, everyone just straight up rushed into my flame cone.
Shall be done.
Locked.
Logain better be ready to charge as soon as we light the signal. The king is depending on us.
This is a trap. When we get close enough... Oh, there we go. I think they're shooting now. No, stop backstabbing me. That hurts. Did that guy not get stunned? Why? Well, at least all their backstabs were useless because I got all my health and mana back upon leveling.
You say.
Release the hounds! All the hounds, focus him! Or, you know, just one. He's the biggest threat in the room, let's just ignore him, I guess. Good doggy.
Shall be done.
Locked.
As you say.
The dogs will now follow me for the rest of this floor.
There! More of the fiends ahead!
Which is okay, because there are quite a few darkspawn around.
Very well.
Okay, wait, I still cannot use Mind Blast. Fine. How are we doing health-wise? We're doing fine. Everyone's invited to a barbecue! When I left the circle, Duncan said that he would take responsibility for my actions. And now I am just throwing fire around with no regard for my allies. Well, Duncan's not here, but he still has to take responsibility. Ha!
It is begun. It shall be done.
But it's okay, at least I'm not a blood mage. I might throw fire around indiscriminately, but at least I'm not a blood mage.
I shall do it.
There! More of the fiends ahead!
I forgot to do the level up thing, and I can't do it during combat. English.
Don't give them the advantage!
This one's locked.
well.
I just remembered when the two other companions died during the joining, they gave me all their equipment, or rather, I guess Duncan gave me all their equipment. It's like, well, you barely knew these two people. Here, have their stuff. I'm like, yes, thank you. I'll take it. Flaming weapons. Now all of them will have flaming weapons. And they will deal additional fire damage. And I really like the fire effects on the weapons in this game. Well, now that they took away his shield, his sustained ability that he had turned off because he needs a shield for that. Yeah, we'll be fine. Well, now we face the big one. Nom 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 nom. Ugh. You interrupted my meal, you assholes! Ah! It's an ogre and he's cranky. Run towards him, distract him from me. He's also very spell resistant, it seems. Soldier, don't die. Be a good lad and don't die. Oh, it's after me now. No, not yet. I'm waiting for paralyze. There you go. Please work. No, I said please. You uncivilized asshole.
Take that!
Alistair needs a health poultice, which they drink here. Because that's how poultices work, right? At this point I'm trying to get the finishing animation because it's really good. So one of the warriors has to kill the ogre. I'm also waiting for mana. I could just drink a lyrium potion. This is an actual potion, so it actually makes sense that you drink it. Nope. Ow. Wow, that is long range for a melee attack. Ooh, who got him? It wasn't Alistair. Oh well. I would prefer Alistair, honestly.
The beacon is over here. We've surely missed the signal. Let's light it quickly before it's too late.
But now the paralyze spell worked when the ogre died, of course. Alistair does not have enough strength to take that shield. yet. We'll get there. We can finally complete our objective and win the battle. Yay!
I shall do it.
Sound the retreat.
But what about the king? Should we not...
Do as I command.
Pull out! All of you, let's move!
She has a two-handed sword and a shield on her back. That's new, and I haven't noticed until now, for the first time. His father also almost died by being squished by an ogre. This is why you don't piss off Duncan, because he's gonna solo kill an ogre if he's pissed. Just imagining Duncan caught that axe and killed like 100 more darkspawn with it before he died. Also, those were the most effective arrows in this game so far.
Ah, your eyes finally open. Mother shall be pleased.
What happened to the darkspawn?
You were injured, and then Mother rescued you. Do you not remember?
Wait, what happened to the army? To the king?
The man who was to respond to your signal quit the field. The Darkspawn won your battle. Those he abandoned were massacred. Your friend, he is not taking it well.
My friend? You mean Alistair?
The suspicious dim-witted one who was with you before, yes. He is outside by the fire. Mother asked to see you when you awoke.
Why does your mother want to see me?
I do not know. She rarely tells me her plans.
Were my injuries severe?
Yes, but I expect you shall be fine. The Darkspawn did nothing Mother could not heal.
What about Alistair? Is he alright?
He is, as you are. I suppose it would be unkind to say he is being childish.
Very unkind. Those were his friends.
And you think they would encourage his blubbering? If so, they are not the sort of Grey Wardens the legends note.
Everyone's a critic. I have some questions if you don't mind.
I do not mind. Take your time.
Are we safe here? Where are the Darkspawn?
We are safe, for the moment. Mother's magic keeps the Darkspawn away. Once you leave, 'tis uncertain what will happen. The Horde has moved on, so you might avoid it.
Why did your mother save us?
I wonder at that myself. But she tells me nothing. Perhaps you were the only ones she could reach. I would have rescued your king. A king would be worth a much higher ransom than you.
Much, much higher.
What a sensible attitude. Mother is seldom sensible, however.
How did she manage to rescue us exactly?
She turned into a giant bird and plucked the two of you from atop the tower, one in each talon. If you do not believe that tale, then I suggest you ask Mother yourself. She may even tell you.
Are there any survivors besides us?
Only stragglers that are long gone. You would not want to see what is happening in that valley now.
Why? What's happening?
Are you sure you want me to describe it?
Yes, please.
I had a good view of the battlefield. 'Tis a grisly scene. There are bodies everywhere, and darkspawn swarm them, feeding, I think. They also look for survivors and drag them back down beneath the ground. I cannot say why.
Why did Tern Logan betray the king?
I do not know who this Loghain even is. Perhaps ask Mother of it.
I think I've asked enough questions.
I agree. 'Tis time you speak with Mother, then be on your way.
See, here is your fellow Grey Warden. You worry too much, young man.
You're alive. I thought you were dead for sure.
It takes more than a few darkspawn to kill me.
Duncan's dead. The Grey Wardens. Even the king. They're all dead. Oh, this doesn't seem real. If it weren't for Morrigan's mother, we'd be dead on top of that tower.
Do not talk about me as if I am not present, lad.
I didn't mean... But what do we call you? You've never told us your name?
Names are pretty, but useless. The chastened folk call me Flemeth. I suppose it will do.
The Flemeth? From the legends? Daveth was right. You're the Witch of the Wilds, aren't you?
And what does that mean? I know a bit of magic, and it has served you both well, has it not?
If you're Flemeth, you must be very old and powerful.
Must I? Age and power are relative. It depends on who is asking. Compared to you, yes, on both counts.
Then why didn't you save Duncan? He was our leader.
I am sorry for your Duncan, but your grief must come later. In the dark shadows before you take vengeance, as my mother once said. Duty must come now. It has always been the Grey Warden's duty to unite the lands against the Blight. Or did that change when I wasn't looking?
The land is hardly united thanks to Loghain.
That doesn't make any sense. Why would he do it?
Now that is a good question. Men's hearts hold shadows darker than any tainted creature. Perhaps he believes the Blight is an army he can outmaneuver. Perhaps he does not see that the evil behind it is the true threat.
The Archdemon.
What is an archdemon exactly?
It is said that long ago, the Maker sent the old gods of the ancient Tevinter Imperium to slumber in prisons deep beneath the surface. An archdemon is an old god awakened and tainted by darkspawn. Believe that or not, history says it's a fearsome and immortal thing, and only fools ignore history.
I mean, it's not immortal. Clearly, there have been 4 killed. Will you help us fight this Blight, Flemeth?
Me? I am just an old woman who lives in the wilds. I know nothing of blights and darkspawn.
Well, whatever Loghain's insanity, he obviously thinks the Darkspawn are a minor threat. We must warn everyone this isn't the case.
And who will believe you? Unless you think to convince this Loghain of his mistake.
He just betrayed his own king. If Arl Eamon knew what he did at Ostagar, he would be the first to call for his execution.
Arl Eamon? The Arl of Redcliffe?
I suppose. Arl Eamon wasn't at Ostagar. He still has all his men. And he was Kaelin's uncle. I know him. He's a good man, respected in the Landsmeet. Of course, we could go to Redcliffe and appeal to him for help.
Keep in mind that Loghain was also an honorable man.
The Arl would never do what Tern Loghain did. I know him too well. I still don't know if Arl Eamon's help would be enough. can't defeat the Darkspawn horde by himself.
We need the rest of the Grey Wardens.
I don't know how to contact them, or if they're even on their way. We need to do something now.
You have more at your disposal than you think.
Of course! The treaties! Grey Wardens can demand aid from dwarves, elves, mages, and other places. They're obligated to help us during a blight.
I may be old, but dwarves, elves, mages, this Arl Eamon, and who knows what else. This sounds like an army to me.
So can we do this? Go to Redcliffe and these other places and build an army?
Why not? Isn't that what Grey Wardens do?
So you are set then, ready to be Grey Wardens.
Yes, thank you for everything, Flemeth.
No, thank you. You are the Grey Wardens here, not I. Now, before you go, there is yet one more thing I can offer you.
The stew is bubbling, Mother dear. Shall we have 2 guests for the eve, or none?
The Grey Wardens are leaving shortly, girl, and you will be joining them.
Such a shame. What?
You heard me, girl. The last time I looked, you had ears.
I think that's an excellent idea.
Have I no say in this?
You have been itching to get out of the wilds for years. Here is your chance. As for you, Wardens, consider this repayment for your lives.
Very well, we'll take her with us.
Not to look a gift horse in the mouth, but won't this add to our problems? Out of the wilds, she's an apostate.
If you do not wish help from us illegal mages, young man, perhaps I should have left you on that tower.
Point taken.
Mother, this is not how I wanted this. I'm not even ready.
You must be ready. Alone, these two must unite for Eldon against the Darkspawn. They need you, Morrigan. Without you, they will surely fail, and all will perish under the Blight. Even I.
I understand.
And you, Wardens, do you understand? I give you that which I value above all in this world. I do this because you must succeed.
I understand.
Allow me to get my things, if you please. I am at your disposal, Grey Wardens. I suggest a village north of the wilds as our first destination. It is not far, and you will find much you need there. Or, if you prefer, I shall simply be your silent guide. The choice is yours.
Actually, I have some questions.
I may have answers. Ask.
Are you really Flemeth's daughter?
'Twas she who raised me, and thus I consider her my mother, born from her womb or not. 'Tis what you meant, yes?
It's just difficult to imagine her...
Young, married, pregnant? Who said she was any of these things? I certainly did not.
Have you ever been outside the wilds?
From time to time. I have been to the village I mentioned, watched its people, and pondered what curious beings they are. On occasion, I purchased goods from the village merchants. There I spoke with men a little. There they stared and knew me as an outsider. Mother wishes for me to expand the horizon of my experience beyond the wilds. Even she was not born here.
Is that what you want?
What I want is to see mountains. I wish to witness the ocean and step into its waters. I want to experience a city rather than see it in my mind. So, yes, this is what I want. Actually, leaving is harder than I thought, however. Perhaps Mother is right. It must simply be done quickly.
Tell me about the village to the north.
'Tis a small place of little consequence called Lothering. No more than a stop along your Imperial Highway where travelers purchase goods from local farms and smiths. I would go more often were it not for the town's chantry. It makes the village particularly intolerant and unpleasant for a stranger such as me.
A chantry? And they never in all this time thought that maybe you were a witch?
Of course they have. They even called out their Templars once. They found nothing.
Is there any reason to go to Lothering then?
I mention it for its tavern, where travelers gather with news from other places. 'Tis small enough that our appearance might go unnoticed. Beyond that, 'tis close, and I know the way.
How are we going to get past the Darkspawn?
The real question is how we are going to get your friend past the Darkspawn, is it not?
That's true. We can sense the Darkspawn. Conversely, they can sense us.
I don't sense any Darkspawn.
You won't right away. No. It takes time. We should be able to sneak past smaller groups, but larger ones, or particularly intelligent Darkspawn, will always detect us.
Mother has given me something else for them to smell instead as we pass by. 'Tis important we head out of the wilds, however, not farther in.
The Darkspawn are camped further in the forest?
They come from underground, like an eruption. They broke through deep within the forest, and that is where they will be most concentrated.
What skills do you have exactly?
I know a few spells, though I am nowhere near as powerful as Mother. I have also studied history and your Grey Warden treaties.
Can you cook?
I can cook, yes.
Then you can substitute for Alistair.
Right, my cooking will kill us. That's all I meant.
I also know at least 15 different poisons that grow right here in this marsh. Not that I would suggest 'tis at all related to cooking.
I have no more questions.
Farewell, Mother. Do not forget the stew on the fire. I would hate to return to a burned-down hut.
Bah! 'Tis far more likely you will return to see this entire area, along with my hut, swallowed up by the blight.
All I meant was...
Yes, I know. Do try to have fun, dear.
Look, a new party member. Now he can use the shield I got from the ogre. There it is.
Here.
He's also got taunt now. Off we go. What? I'm getting ambushed?
And I expect each of you to supply these men. We must rebuild what was lost at Ostagar, and quickly. There are those who would take advantage of our weakened state if we let them. We must defeat this Darkspawn incursion, but we must do so sensibly and without hesitation.
Your lordship, if I might speak. You have declared yourself Queen Honora's regent, and claim we must unite under your banner for our own good. But what of the army lost at Ostagar? Your withdrawal was most fortuitous.
Everything I have done has been to secure Ferelden's independence. I have not shirked my duty to the throne, and neither will any of you!
The Banon will not bow to you simply because you demand it.
Understand this. I will brook no threat to this nation from you or anyone.
Bantegan, please!
Your Majesty, your father risks civil war. If Eamon were here...
Bantegan, my father is doing what is best.
Did he also do what was best for your husband, your Majesty?
Let me just look at Morgan's quick bar quickly. Good job, Alistair. I think this is the dog I helped cure back at Ostagar.
I think he was out there looking for you. He's chosen you. Mabari are like that. They call it imprinting.
Does this mean we're going to have this mangy beast following us about now? Wonderful.
He's not mangy.
I always wanted a dog like this. Maybe it's meant to be. He's happy that I accepted him. I got to name him too.
It is begun.
I did not notice that I had reached the
As you
end
say.
of the map, so I just kept pushing into the invisible wall. Yeah, it says over there return path, but I didn't see it when I was that close. Well, I think this episode has gone on long enough, so I will end it here. Thank you all for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye!